Good day, and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video, we are going to take a look at the third part of the worldwide celebration campaign. Basically, everything you need to know and recap all of it so that you know exactly what you need to do, what new things have been added, and a little bit of an idea of what kind of stones you can get. So yeah, all pretty good. Obviously, we start with the special missions. As always, the missions, they drop 12 stones. They are incredibly simple this time around. Basically being user support item, clear some stages, and clear stage without a continue, or without taking damage, or with only super attacks. So, very, very simple. Like, very simple stuff, basically. Nothing honestly that difficult, and 12 stones, which is pretty good. These missions have nothing to do with the tickets you get from a separate set of missions. Already covered it all in the top left, right hand corner. So hopefully that helps you guys out. But yeah, basically very simple stuff. Then in terms of the campaign, in terms of what new content we have, obviously, we have the final part of the special summon tickets. That's going to help everyone out. We have the update to the story event. We have a brand new DB story event as well. We have new stages for the Fighting Spirit event. We have new red zone stages and missions as well. We have an EZA for Cooler, which is going to be pretty useful. We also have 5 new stages added to the Extreme Z area. That's going to be for the metal coolers. And finally, we have an explosive chain battle, which is all fairly solid. Obviously, you know, in terms of like everything there, not a crazy, like a very good amount of content, but not any crazy units or anything. Just Cooler, who's got a great, he's got a great freaking like awakening and everything. So yeah, Cooler obviously great EZA, but there's no LRs or anything. So yeah. With this, obviously the important announcement being the summon tickets, fully guaranteed LR summon. A lot of players are going to want to know about that. Covered it already. The link was at the top right hand corner if you needed it. And then there is a worldwide co-op campaign. Very simple missions, mainly to do with the Extreme Z Awakening and Extreme Z area stages and stuff like that. Just basically all of us doing a whole bunch of stages, and if we do, we get a cool wallpaper and we get 10 stones. So you get 2 stones from the personal missions, you'll get 8 from the co-op missions. These will be dropped into your gift box as you get them. So yeah, but fairly simple, just basically to do with completing the Extreme Z area stages and Extreme Z battle stages. So nothing too crazy there. Then obviously there's been some new stuff. So 2 new stages were added into the Fight Battle for the Strongest in the Universe event. These are mainly to do with getting money, but also to do with the new support item as well. So there's been a new support item. They've just added some missions to get some additional copies of that item. And yeah, basically you can take it on from there. Then we have the Fighting Spirit of the Saiyans and Pride of the Wicked Bloodlines event. Obviously some new stages were added in here. Also very straightforward stuff. Nothing too rocket sciencey either in regards to those. So yeah, obviously it's been quite challenging. I've seen a lot of people link up the videos and that, so we will take a look at them. But yeah, new Wicked Bloodline stage along with some new challenges as well, so that's also going to be quite interesting. The Wicked Bloodline basically getting the challenge missions immediately. So yeah, for beating it with a super class, extreme class, etc., beating it within 8 turns. So yeah. Then, of course, we also have an update. We have the DB story, the Strongest Rivals events, basically been converted into a DB story. So now you can permanently farm coolers, which is always cool. Plus, obviously, a brand new stone renewal count. That new DB story event will give you 17 stones. So very nice stuff there. Between the red zone stages being 21 stones, the Fighting Spirit missions and all that giving you 27 stones. It's all fairly good stuff. We will pop in and take a look more specifically at obviously all the missions. But just a heads up, at the time of recording this video, the Extreme Z battle for Cooler and the Extreme Z area were not up. They came up a short while after this. They will be up by the time this video is up, so you will find them there. but they are not currently up, so I can't go into depth in those. But Cooler's Extreme Z Battle is the Exploding Rage category, and you want to choose Super AGL units. And then obviously we have, the Extreme Z area, which most players will be familiar with. I will have a video up on that as well a little bit later. So yeah, simple stuff really. The Fighting Spirit event, there's been some new missions added as well, which is quite interesting. And yeah, basically, I don't want to say anything, but turns out some of the stages are very difficult, and they feature 170% boosts against the non-category boosted units. So 170% boosts for units that are on the category, which includes, of course, units that you summoned for. But yeah, there are some challenges here. We will be taking a look at them, obviously completing them in the easiest way possible that I can. Whether someone else does it easier is obviously up to them, but there's 27 stones for this, so fairly nice chunk of stonage, although I think this will be quite challenging for a lot of players. Very similar to Red Zone, it is 21 stones, but it is probably also going to drive you nuts and cause you a lot of problems. So generally speaking, quite tough. Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. The challenges were added, which is nice. So using an extreme team, using a superclass team, and beating the event in 8 turns, which is quite challenging, especially considering, although it looks like it's just 2 phases, the first phase is basically just impossible to do any damage. It's just basically a phase to set up for how difficult the physical cooler is afterwards. So yeah, it is quite challenging, but I mean, yeah, we'll see how it goes. And yeah, obviously there is some challenge. Then you basically have to finish the second phase in 5 turns. So quite challenging, but yeah, we'll see if we can complete those. We'll start with the class challenges as always. Yeah. Then obviously Extreme Z Battle wise, Cooler's Extreme Z Battle was not up at the time of this video. It is up, or filming this video, it is up now. That will be 33 stones for all the missions and stages included. And Extreme Z area wise, that will be 15 stones as well, and a video on that will be up a little bit later. Also wasn't up. They released at 10 o'clock, not at 8 o'clock upon reset. So way out of my filming time, basically. But yeah, there's not been too much else that's been added in. Obviously the DB story, you'll find in the Dragon Ball story under the movie section, and it's there. Pretty straightforward stuff as well. Basically just a nice way to farm some coolers. There's a support memory as well attached to it, and there are some new stages as well. And obviously some new missions, which means more stones. So you can farm cooler forever, and basically there's a new support memory, which we'll take a look at, but will also be quite helpful, I think, for a lot of players as well. So yeah, we'll take a look at that obviously in detail at some point, but the chain battle as well will also be releasing on the 26th. So you can look forward to that, and we'll take a look at that when that comes out as well. But that is pretty much everything that's been dropped with Part 3. Part 3 drops quite a decent chunk of content, actually, especially for a Part 3. I mean, 2 new Fighting Spirit stages, a Wicked Bloodlines Red Zone stage, Wicked Bloodlines Red Zone missions, Extreme Z area, and Extreme Z battle, a chain battle, and an update to 2 story events. It's a pretty decent chunk of content. I'd be a liar if I said it wasn't a decent chunk of content. And yeah, most noticeable thing is finishing your LR summon tickets. And also, I would say, probably farming up, finishing those Extreme Z areas, finishing the Extreme Z Battle of Cooler. The rest you can do in your own time. Fighting Spirit, all that sort of stuff will stay up for a while. Red Zone you can take your time with, but Cooler's Extreme Z Battle, the Extreme Z area, and the Legendary Summon ticket, you're on a bit of a timer. Yeah, but that's pretty much it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye.